Good evening, everyone. The topic of our research is mental health evaluation during internet blackouts, a case study of Bangladesh Quota movement. I'm Tahidul Islam, currently pursuing my master's in data science from Bangladesh University of Engineering Technology, and I will be going through our presentation on behalf of my team. The current global landscape is experiencing an unprecedented surge in civil unrest and protests, especially driven by widespread dissatisfaction with government policies and action across various nations. One prominent example I would like to mention is the unrest was held in Bangladesh regarding Quota movement that lasted from 6th of July to 5th of August. During this significant period, the people of Bangladesh experienced 5 days of total shutdown with the following 12 days of slow mobile internet service. So for this research, when we are going through our literature review, we noticed these important 5 points that you can see. One important point that I would like to mention is you can see that there is a lack of comprehensive studies utilizing mental health impact of internet blackouts, particularly in specific social political contexts like Bangladesh. So we noticed that in this field there are very less research in Bangladesh. So I hope our research can contribute regarding this field. So this is our research objective. So we initially categorize our research objective in four. So first, we analyze the impact of blackouts of individual mental health. Then we try to identify, develop a classification model for mental health risk detection. Then we did an investigation that is finding the correlation between mental health condition and reliance on internet-based coping mechanism. And we identify and assess the specific challenges faced by different age of groups, and to provide actionable insight and recommendations and mitigate mental health impacts, we did a predictive analysis, so that in case there is a there may come an opportunity that we can use this information to detect if one personnel is in a very mental health stress level. So this is our methodology. So first of all, we decided our survey objectives. Then we identified what are the factors that affect our mental health well-being. Depending on those two, we designed our questionnaire. Then we did the data overview, processing, and visualization. So here we can see that that factors that affect the mental health are these four core factors. These are stress level, surroundings, change in surroundings, emotional well-being, and internet dependency on internet usage. So these core factors actually responsible for our mental health well-being. So for this research, we did a classification model, used a machine learning model. We used a three machine learning model overall: the decision tree, random forest, and extreme gradient boosting. In short, XGBoost. So we can say that the XGBoost model here. So with the decision tree and random forest, we noticed a really low performance, and XGBoost model showed really high performance that we will see in the later of the slide. The reason is because XGBoost model incorporates techniques like regularization and hyperparameter tuning to improve its performance and prevent overfitting. So in this XGBoost model, we test split the data, like 20% of the data was for testing purposes, and 80% of the data we used for learning purposes of the machine. For the XGBoost model, we considered the learning rate at 0.2, maximum depth 7, and we used 500 boosting round or trees to iteratively run and minimize our machine learning errors. So here is the result. We can see a comparative scenario between these models. So if we compare the decision tree and random forest accuracy, this random forest showed a very good performance comparing with the decision tree, but among all of them, XGBoost showed 94.39% accuracy. I mean, XGBoost is having really good score in all of the precision, recall, F1 score accuracy. So for this, we decided that for this purpose, our research purpose, we are actually considering the XGBoost machine learning model as our point of focus. So this is an efficiency in stress prediction. We can a comparative analysis between the predicted for the test data. The left one is, you can see that the decision tree, and the right one represents the random forest. It's the confusion matrix. So there is actually in the test 20% of the test data, extreme stress data was of 36, no stress was 61, and stress was total 99. So this decision tree identified 23 of the data perfectly, and rest of the 13 data was actually wrong prediction. Similar goes for the random forest. It was, for extreme stress detection, random forest showed a bigger error than the decision tree model. So in the overall scenario, we see that there are a lot of mistakes the model is making for detecting no stress and stress also. But the stress level detection is, I would say, overall a very close to a good performance, which is, you can see that, and 99 from above among the 99 of the data, 53 was detected as stress and 77 was detected as stress for both the decision tree and random forest model. I meant to say above 50% for stress. Now, if you come back to the XGBoost model, there is extreme stress above the 36 data. 35 data was the model was able to detect the 35 data as extreme stress, and we can see no stress. And for stress cases, 99 or 100% performance we can show, we can see from the XGBoost model. So it showed a very good performance in the end. Now, this slide represents a overall view of our survey data. If we want to analyze what kind of situation people went through, you can see that the stress level, three categories: stress level, losing remote jobs. The factories here, because losing remote job factories here, because as people went through 5 days of internet total shutdown and very slow mobile internet services also, about 12 days. So very people in Bangladesh actually do a lot of remote job or outsourcing, freelancing. So also we can see that a stress, for the stress level, extreme stress is close to 20%. The stress, stress is high, very high, for above 50%, and none is below 30%. So we can see that during this period, that period, maximum people suffer from extremes to high to extreme stress. Now, for concerning about the losing remote jobs, we can see that above 30% of the above 30% of the people felt a high scarcity of losing remote jobs, and about close to 40% is moderate, and also the slight scarcity occurred below 30% of the people. But if we categorize this in one, that this for losing the remote job, high, moderate, and slight, three categories actually implies that maximum people felt the scarcity in losing remote jobs. Now, one thing you can notice here, that the awareness responses, as internets were shut down or slow, people were not able to actually access their entertainment, internet for internet purpose, social media, or it can be anything, but on which people actually dependent using internet. So they became aware of their surroundings. You say very high awareness is high is above 30%, close to 14 is moderate awareness, slight, and none. So non-parties, there are some people, they, for ages above 40 or 50, they actually do not rely on that internet or so much. They are every day used to the community interaction, physical conversation, just like that. So maybe that's why there is a low percentage of people that felt that became not especially became awareness of their surroundings. So in conclusion, we can say that for our classification of a model, the XGBoost model showed very good performance, and we can use it for detecting or predicting mental health risks of one personnel. And during that blackout, maximum people suffered for mental health issues also. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much for your really interesting presentation. Dear colleagues, any questions, please? Okay, let's me start this question. The first question is, you have used decision trees. Decision trees forming such, how to say, something that we can analyze. Is it interpretable model or not? In your case, can we interpret it?
Actually, I didn't understand the question. Can you repeat it, please?
Okay. What about interpretability of your models? Decision tree sometimes form interpretable. Just we can explain the decision or result with words. It happens because of, and so on. Your decision trees had such, gave such possibility.
If I understood the question, is the question is like why decision tree show a low performance?
No, the question is whether your decision trees were small enough to understand their output, to explain to other people, not just statistically, but with words. The level of stress is because of what?
Oh, sorry, I actually cannot answer to this question.
Okay, no problem. It's just a question. And for me, it's also interesting why such a very high level of stress. If I understand right, Bangladesh is not so big in geography and with very big population, density of population is very high, and without internet, people can communicate with each other very easy. Approximately, how to say, more than 1,000 people on 1 square kilometers.
Yes, yes.
Try to understand me. In Russia, we have only 8, 9 persons on 1 square kilometers. In our case, I understand that it can be very, very stressing because we simply, majority of us cannot go with legs to speak with somebody. What happened in Bangladesh? Why such a big stress?
The problem is, when the internet was shut down, if you visit Bangladesh, the maximum group of people, especially students and who do their freelancing or outsourcing, they really rely on the internet much. And you will notice that on the social media, maximum content creators focuses Bangladesh or Indian region, because we have much more influence on the social media, because there is a lot of audiences on the Facebook, our maximum percentage are from Bangladesh or Indian region. So we rely on internet so much. That is the point. So when we went through that shutdown means there is no internet, 4G, 5G or 3G, even no broadband. you can use on laptop or
Okay.
a monitor. So
I
that's why
I understand. Thank you. If I understand right, that the most majority of people are not using other source of information behind of internet messengers and so on. Yeah, and many people are working remotely and students also.
yes, yes, yes.
Okay, I see. Thank you very much. Dear
Thank
colleagues,
you.
any questions, please?
Oh, sorry. I have
Okay, no questions. Okay, thank you very much for your interesting presentation, and we are waiting your full paper to publish.